Hi team, I hope you're all well. Today we're going to be doing September's ins and outs, my haul and unhaul for September. And I'm looking forward to this one. I do have quite the unhaul, but I have more books that have come in. So I've got 25 books that have come in, 22 that are going out. And I have, at the point of filming this, I have read 10 books. I've DNF'd 6 for the month of September, but I'm hoping to have read 11 by the end of the month. I've got one more book I'm trying to squeeze in by the end of the month, and I think I'll be able to do it. I may be able to do a couple more, maybe on Monday, but we'll see. Who the heck knows? Or maybe I'll try and get ahead just ever so slightly on some October reads. We'll see what happens, but without further ado, let's get into what came in the month of September. So I'm going to do my gifted books first. I've got gifted books that I've bought myself, and then I've got special editions, which I've also bought myself, obviously, but they are special editions, so I like to give them their own category. So books that have come in gifted in one way or another, for the most part, publishers. I nearly said patrons, that's not correct. Publishers. So I've got 3 that came in from Evermore, one of which I have read. So we had Will and Pray by Ali Oleander come in. This does come out on the 7th of October, if I remember correctly. I have read this one. I absolutely loved it. Highly recommend getting your hands on a copy of this. If you enjoyed the Ruinous Love trilogy, or if you enjoyed, what else am I thinking of? Lights Out by Nevessa Allen, you're gonna love this. Not serial killer, but it's the chasing vibes. He hunts her in the woods. 30k for 30 days of being hunted and humped in the woods. That's what this story is about. Can't recommend it enough. It was outstanding, and I loved every single second. Thank you to Evermore for sending me that one. I truly appreciate it. Then they did send me Road Trip with a Vampire by Jenna Levine, which is the 3rd book in this series. I've read the 2nd book in this series throughout the month of September during Final Book Support Group, and now I can get to this one. This has already come out. I don't know what date it came out, but it was September. Oh, 25th of September. So the release day was yesterday for me. I'm filming this on the 26th, a little bit early, but I'm trying to get ahead with my videos because I'm doing this really insane challenge with Jade of reading 31 books in 31 days in October. So if I can get ahead with as many videos as I possibly can, then we're all good. So yeah, this one did come in. Haven't yet read it, but aiming to do so in October, I reckon. I'll probably try and get through this then. I feel like it will be a really good quick read in October, despite the fact that it is chunky. But thank you to Evermore for sending me this one. And then they did send me a physical copy of Free in the Wild. This is an ARC edition. It does have like November. I thought that said August for a minute, then I was like, that's fucking wrong. It comes out in November. November. This is the 4th book in the Silver Pines series by Paisley Hope, and I'm so excited to read this one. I already have it on my ARC. I have had it on my ARC for a couple of months now, but this one does come out November. It says the 6th of November in the back, so very excited about this one. Again, we'll either try and get to this one in October, towards the end of October, albeit it's not really spooky, or I might try and get to it at the very beginning. It might be like my first read for November. So I'm excited for this one. Cannot wait. I love this series. It's so good. I probably should have already tried to get to it by now, to be honest, but the slump, you know, it is what it is. Then Titan, out of nowhere, have sent me 4 books this month. I am making no complaints. Thank you very much to Titan for sending me all of these. I'm so very excited about them all. But we have What Stalks the Deep by T. Kingfisher. This one comes out on the 30th of September, if I remember correctly. So it is already out by the time this video goes up, but I think it's the 30th of October anyway. Regardless, it's out by the time this video goes up, and I'm very excited. This is the 3rd book in the Sworn Soldier series. I've really enjoyed the first 2, so excited to get to this one. If you see my October TBR, you will know this is already on that, so excited to give it a read. Perfect for 31 books in 31 days. Then they also sent me Play Nice by Rachel Harrison. Also going to do my best to get to this one in October. I'm so excited about this one. It's a haunted house story, and I'm just so excited because I read my first Rachel Harrison in August and loved it. I thought it was fantastic. I read Cackle and it was so much fun. So I'm excited about continuing on with Rachel Harrison. I'm really looking forward to this one. On the 4th of November, we have The Place Where They Buried Your Hearts by Christina Henry coming out, and they sent me an ARC of this one. So again, looking forward to this one. I think it's another haunted house story. Yeah, a woman must confront the evil that's been terrorising her streets since she was a child in this gripping haunted house novel. Perfect for fans of The Last House on Needless Street and Tell Me I'm Worthless. I loved The Last House on Needless Street the second time I gave it a chance. I haven't read Tell Me I'm Worthless, so looking forward to picking this one up. Thank you again for sending me this one. And then yesterday, this one came in, which is Eric LaRocca's new book, which is We Are... What is the title of this book? Because they've got this band around it, which is really cool, and I refuse to take it off until I'm reading the book. We Are Always Tender with Our Dead, the first in a new trilogy, which is going to be the Burnt Sparrow trilogy. So I don't know anything about it. It came out on the 9th of September, so it is already out by the time I got this one. The first instalment in a new trilogy of transgressive literary horror. I don't tend to read literary, so I am a little bit nervous about it, but I've read from Eric LaRocca before and I've enjoyed. So I'm interested, I'm intrigued, I'm looking forward to it. It sounds interesting. We'll see what happens with this one, but thank you again to Titan for sending me all 4 of those books. I truly appreciate it. Amazing. Don't know how I managed that, but amazing. Thank you so much. And then from one of my patrons, Gecko, they did send me their copy of The Glittering Edge by Lessa Villaire. They noticed that it was on my wish list the other day and they were getting rid of their copy. So they have been very kind enough to message me and say that they're getting rid of their copy and send me this gorgeous Fairy Loot edition. I don't know what it is about this book, but it's definitely on my radar and I've no idea why. I think it's because I've been hearing such great things from people that I have similar reading tastes to. So I'm intrigued about it, and this edition is absolutely stunning. So thank you again to Gecko for sending me this one, because I truly appreciate it. You absolutely didn't have to, but thank you so much. I appreciate you. And yeah, I'm looking forward to giving that one a read. I believe it's witchy, so that's exciting. Maybe I'll try and get to this one soon. I put this one in the gifted category rather than the special edition category, because although it is a special edition, it was gifted to me. So thank you, Gecko, for sending me this one. Then the books that I have purchased that aren't specifically special edition, I did get my traditionally published copy of Leave Me Behind by K.M. Moranova. I have read this one. It's a 5-star read. It's absolutely fantastic, incredibly dark. Please check your triggers before you pick it up. I think I prefer the indie edition. I'm not going to lie. I prefer the cover of the indie edition. However, this still stunning. Also, K.M. Moranova does all the illustrations herself. Outstanding. She's so talented, like honestly, stunning. So yeah, I did get my copy of this. 5 stars, highly recommend. I did get a copy of Hollow, The Woman in White. This is the next in this series. I read Hollow last year, the graphic novel, and loved it. It was so good, and I desperately needed the next one when it came out, so I made sure I pre-ordered this one and it came in. So I'm very excited about picking this one up in the month of October. It will be a nice quick read for me for 31 books in 31 days. So shout out to me for thinking my way through this. My copy of They Own the Night by Amy McCaw came in, and I am currently 78 pages into this one. Actually, this is another one that I'm hoping to have finished by the end of September, that I really actually need to get buckled down and get through this one. But I'm looking forward to continuing on with this one. It is a vampire story, but it's also about these 2 siblings whose dad is a serial killer. She does a podcast about like serial killers and murders and stuff. He is training to be what is he training to be? Journalist, wannabe. And he goes and interviews this very famous singer who likes to roam around and pretend that he's a vampire, but it looks like maybe he's not pretending so much. So, and it's queer. And I loved the Mina and the Undead series that Amy McCaw did. So very excited about continuing on with this one. So far, really enjoying it. It's got like some little elements of mixed media in there too, and I'm enjoying that too. So going to continue on with this one for sure. I also got a copy of Hopelessly T-Voted by Audrey Goldberg-Ruoff. I'm so excited about giving this one a try. Look how stunning that cover is. Absolutely beautiful. I first saw this one mentioned by Liv from Liv's Library and I needed it. So I pre-ordered it. From Blackwell's, and it's come in. So excited about giving this one a read. Will probably be read in October. A lot of these probably will be read in October. My pre-order of Tory Season by Bryn Weaver came in. So excited about reading this one because I loved the Ruinous Love trilogy, and I'm so excited, struggles, that I took my time with that series because it meant that I've only recently in the last few months read the last one, Scythe and Sparrow, and then this one has come out pretty quickly following on from that. So I love that for me. Sometimes dragging my heels is the best thing possible. So I'm excited to give this one a read. Then my order of Your Favourite Scary Movie by Ashley Collins came in. This is a non-fiction, basically about how the Scream films rewrote the rules of horror, and I'm really excited about reading this one. I don't read a great deal of non-fiction, but I do have myself a little non-fiction shelf here with some of my favourites and some that I still need to continue on with. But this one sounds really interesting. Scream is my favourite horror franchise outside of Halloween as well, because I do love Halloween franchise too. So very excited about giving this one a read. I got this from Books Please, along with my US copy of Uncharmed by Lucy Jane Wood, which is the book that I was on about trying to read another book by the end of the month. It's going to be this one, because I'm going to an event on the 1st of October with this author. So I need to get this read and annotated before I go to that. I don't need to, I want to. But yeah, my US copy of Uncharmed, you will see my UK copy of Uncharmed in a second as well. Also, Horror of the Pumpkin Queen by Megan Shepherd. These three I did get from Books Please, which I do have an affiliate code for in the description box down below. If you wanted to get your hands on anything from Books Please, you get 5% off already discounted books. It's fantastic. And they ship internationally, so do check them out if you're interested. If you're not, don't bother. It's absolutely fine. But the information will be in the description box down below if you wanted to check them out. But yeah, Horror of the Pumpkin Queen. I loved the Long Live the Pumpkin Queen that I read last year, so very excited for this one. I wanted to get the US cover for this one, so much prettier than the UK cover. So again, might try and get to this one in October, I think. And then my pre-order of The Inevitable Ruin by Matt Dinniman came in. This is book 7 in this series. So chunky, but it's got more pages in it than book 6. It's 859 pages. That's not including the bonus chapters either. It's 870 pages in total, but it's smaller than the Bedlam of the Bride. I wonder if the pages are thicker in the Bedlam of the Bride, because the Bedlam of the Bride is 700 odd pages. Oh, just over 800. Like 812 pages maybe. Yeah, bang on, 812 pages. Look at the size difference. Anyway, my pre-order of The Inevitable Ruin came in by Matt Dinniman. And that looks beautiful. I hope you can see them, but that looks beautiful on my shelves. I'm just going to leave that there now. It can stay. So those are the books that I purchased myself and came in. And then these are my special editions. This looks insane because I have been reducing my subscription box services significantly. I'm down to 1 box each with Fairyloot and Illumicrate, considering I had 3 with Illumicrate at the beginning of the year and 2 with Fairyloot at the beginning of the year. That's crazy. But I have had... Oh, some of these are just Waterstones as well, pre-orders. That's why it looks crazy. But I've had a couple of... you know, outside of the subscription box special editions from Fairyloot and Illumicrate as well. And then I'm trying out a new subscription box service, Smut and Sip, but I have seen somebody's actually commented on one of my recent videos about this, that there have been some problems with Smut and Sip. So I'm going to look into that actually. I do have another one coming in from them that's already been purchased, but I'm going to look into it and see what's going on with that information, because I haven't heard this at all. So I'm definitely going to look into that and see what's happening with that. But thank you to that person for giving me that information. I truly appreciate it. Don't want to be sponsoring a subscription box that isn't treating their customers correctly. The book in question though is Heated Rivalry by Rachel Reed, and I'm very excited about giving this one a read because I've heard very good things. This is stunning, to be fair. Absolutely beautiful. So I am... Oh no, I can't show you that. It's not safe for work. I just remembered. And I can't show you the end papers either. I could show you, I think, these end papers. Let me just double check. The ones at the back are not safe for work because it's the same as the picture. I can show you these end papers, but I can't show you the others. They're not safe for work. So, yeah, that one is from Smut and Sip. So, trying that out, but I may be cancelling it due to strangeness within the company. I don't know how to explain it. The August Afterlight book did come in, and it came in September. So it is the Build a Boyfriend Project by Mason Diva, and this looks very cute. Stunning. This is the end papers. And again on the end papers. And then on the naked hardback, we do look just something like this. Cute. So I am going to give that a read at some point. And I don't think that's quite my last one from Afterlight. I think I ended up with the September one as well before I cancelled my subscription. So there'll be one more coming in from Afterlight, but that'll be in next month's haul. And then from Fairy Loot, for the Romanticy box for September, we did get Metal Slinger by Rachel Schneider. You will see this book again in a minute from Waterstones. So I now have 3 copies of this because I have the indie edition as well. This is beautiful. To be fair, I don't hate it. I thought I hated it. I saw a spoiler for it on Instagram the other day and I thought I hated it, but I don't think I do. I'm not sure, but I don't think I do. I think it will depend on what I think of the story, actually, whether or not I decide I like this one. But it wasn't an immediate, visceral, ew, what the fuck, like it was with Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Serial, which has since left the house, obviously, because it was in my last unhaul. And then the reversible dust jacket as well. Very pretty. I like the colour switch. See, this is the thing with this one. It will match these sprayed edges because they've stuck with the colour switch, you know? Do you get what I mean? Whereas Bury Our Bones didn't. The reversible dust jacket was pink. The sprayed edges were like a purpley colour. It just didn't match and it really pissed me off, so I got rid of it. Just the smallest things. While we're on Metal Slinger, let's do this one as well. This is my no, it's not my Fairy Loot edition. This is my Waterstones edition of Metal Slinger with the beautiful sprayed edge. I can't remember if it's signed or not. No, it's not. Okay, that's fine. If there's ever an event, I can take it. The end papers are bubbles, and I think there's something. Yeah, metal must burn before it becomes a blade. Oh, it goes all the way around. Didn't know that. Stunning. So yeah, I didn't know that this is like set at sea until a couple of weeks ago. So we're going to have to see how that goes for me. And then let's do other Waterstones editions and then we'll do what's coming specifically from Fairy Loot. I think it's just Fairy Loot anyway. Extra special edition. So my copy of Wild Reverence has come in by Rebecca Ross. This is the Waterstones exclusive edition. If you see my October TBR, this is on there. So I will be reading this in October. But this is absolutely beautiful. Stunning end papers. They're the same on the other side. And then it does have some words on here that say, "We were doomed, she and I. One day I would perish and she would live on endless as the stars." Oh dear. But yeah, same end papers on the reverse, and the prompt I'm reading this one for is Instagram scroll. Oh yeah, shout out to Hannah for having this in her Instagram feed when I was scrolling. But yeah, reading that one. Then my UK copy, Waterstones edition of Uncharmed, came in. I did say you would see this a little bit later on. Look how freaking cute that is. I also wanted to mention as well, because I don't know if I'll have these nails at the point of this video going up. I don't know, they might do. But I got matching nails. So these are my nails for this edition. These are my nails for the US edition. I don't know if you're able to see what I did here. Or what my nail tech did, anyway. But aren't they freaking cute? Didn't she do an amazing job? I'm obsessed. I hope that Lucy enjoys the nails. There will be a vlog for this anyway. And it's going to be pretty much an exclusive vlog, I think, where I read Uncharmed and then I go to the Lucy Jane Wood event. And I'm just going to try and make it like a cozy, cute vlog. I can't remember if that's going up before this or after this, but whatever. If it's before, I'll leave it linked up here and in the description box down below. If it's after, you've got that to look forward to. I hope you enjoy. And then a couple of special edition sequels as well. So from Fairy Loot, we do have The Ashfire King by Chelsea Abdullah. I haven't yet read the first book to this one, which is the Stardust Thief. So I need to get to that one. This is going to be a trilogy as well. So I do need to get to that one and give this a try probably before the trilogy releases, so that I know whether or not to continue purchasing these. I mean, there's only one book left, but I should probably try it, give it a bash. I think this will probably end up, remember when I said that I think I'm going to do a special edition round of Keep It or Yeet It, where a little bit like Gavin's latest edition of Emboss or Toss, where he does series. So he has to enjoy the first in the series, or he has to unhaul the whole series. I think I might do this one. I don't have the whole series yet, but I have the first two. So that seems like a good one to do for that one. And then my Fairy Loot edition of A Curse Carved in Bone by Danielle L. Jensen came in. I didn't like this book. It's been my biggest disappointment of the year. I didn't like it at all, actually. I was just so fucking gutted about the whole situation, I'm not going to lie. But my thought process is that I'm going to give the series a reread. And I have the Fairy Loot edition of the first one, and I love that edition. You will see in a second what's going on with this series, actually, for me. But I love that edition, and I needed to have the matching edition. So I got it anyway. I think I'm going to give it a reread and read them back to back, because I feel like maybe I might enjoy the second one more on that basis. So hopefully anyway. Otherwise, I'm actually going to be convinced that somebody else wrote this book and it wasn't Danielle. But yeah, so I think this dust jacket's been put on a little bit wonky as well, which is annoying. But alas, it is what it is, not my problem. So those are the books that it is my problem. It's on my shelves. Those are the books that I've hauled in the month of September. Let's go through what I'm unhauling in the month of September. There's quite a few special editions in here as well, for one reason or another. So let's just do these three first. So I am getting rid of the Fairy Loot edition of Rose in Chains by Julie Soto. I've been sat thinking about this since it came in, which was in June, and I'm just going to get rid of it. I have no interest in reading Harry Potter fanfiction. I've absolutely no interest in reading that. I tried Manacled a couple months ago and I got 7% in, and I'm not continuing on with it. I just cannot do it. That book is horrific. So I know it's very popular, but for me, I just didn't like it. It was uncomfortable and I felt really sick. I cancelled my pre-order of Alchemized on that basis, and I have no interest in supporting Harry Potter fanfiction. I know it's very controversial, and I know it's a topic that people are discussing at the moment, and they're on one side of the fence or the other. I'm on the side of the fence that I don't want to bring more attention to She Who Shall Not Be Named, and this, unfortunately, it does do that. When it's promoted as Harry Potter fanfiction, it does do that, unfortunately, and I can't be part of it. So I'm getting rid of it. I've got no interest. It's a shame, because I have enjoyed books from Julie Soto before, but I've no interest in reading HP fanfiction. I don't want to do it. So I've made the decision to unhaul it. It's taken me a couple of months to make that decision. I'm sick to death of seeing it on my shelves, so I've made the decision now. That's it. I am going to get rid of my Waterstones editions of A Fate Inked in Blood and A Curse Carved in Bone by Danielle L. Jensen. You did mention you would see what would happen with this situation in a second. So I'm keeping my Fairy Loot ones. I'm getting rid of these ones. The other thing that annoys me is that I don't think they did the first one with the edges, but they did with the second one, and it fucking annoys the life out of me when they do that. If you're gonna do special edition edges, like not just sprayed edges, but stenciled edges on the second book, for the love of God, do the first one as well. Like, don't change your mind partway through, especially on a duology. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong and I missed out on the stenciled edges with the first one, and this is what's happened. I don't know what's happened here, but I'm annoyed about this situation. And also, I don't need 2 copies of the series on the basis that it's no longer a favourite series. I loved the first book, gave it 5 stars, gave the second one 2. And that was probably generous. But as I've said, I'm going to reread the series back to back and see if it makes a difference. We'll see what happens, but there's no need for me to keep 2 copies of the series, so I'm going to get rid of those ones. Then I'm doing a little bit of an unhaul on Sebastian D. Castell books. I had a conversation with Jade about it. So first of all, following on from all of the series that I'm currently in the middle of video. If you've not seen it, I'll link it up here in the description box down below. For some reason, it's doing incredibly well, and I didn't think people cared that much, but apparently they do, which is outstanding. So thank you so much for caring so much. I have made the decision to get rid of the Argosy trilogy. I had a conversation with Jade, and I said to her, like, I've DNF'd the other series, the YA series from Seb, and this one kind of, it predates that, but it's got character in that series that is very important in that series, and this is her story, Farius' story. And I have read the first one, but Jade said if you're not going to continue with the other series, there's not really any point in continuing on this one if you're not invested either. So I'm making the decision to get rid of them. It's time. They're taking up space on my shelves, and it's time to get rid. And then I'm also getting rid of these editions. Don't panic. Don't panic. I've got other editions. I don't need 2 sets. I could have sworn I had 3 of this, but maybe I'm wrong. I just can't find the third one, but I could have sworn I had 3. It's been really hard actually to decide what to get rid of, because I have the Inkstone copies. Maybe I already got rid of it. I have the Inkstone copies of these as well. Actually, which ones are these? These are the broken binding ones, I think. Yeah, so these are the broken binding editions, and I have the Inkstone editions. Now, what I will say is I actually prefer the edges on this one than I do on my Inkstone ones, because the Inkstone ones have black edges. These are like a navy blue. I love these edges, to be fair, and the edges on my Crucible of Chaos from Inkstone are plain. Maybe I should be keeping these ones instead. The only thing that the Inkstone ones have that these don't is the dust, like the protector, I'll show you. Just so those books don't fall. They have these on them. Do you get what I mean? Like the protector jacket thing. It's like shiny and it protects it. This thing, that's what I'm on about. Maybe I get rid of these ones because I don't like the black edges, and these are plain on Crucible, and I prefer these edges. You know what? Let's get rid of the Inkstone ones. Decision made. I'll get rid of the Inkstone ones and keep the broken binding ones. I just liked the protector thing. There's no need though. So I'm going to get rid of these Inkstone ones and keep the broken binding editions. I need to be quick here because my battery's very, very quickly depleting. So we need to chop. Okay, the books that I've DNF'd in the month of September are obviously all leaving my shelves. 2 of these I need to explain myself because they were in a vlog that I then cancelled the vlog because it wasn't going well. And I don't do wrap-ups anymore. So very quickly I'm going to have to explain myself with those. Otherwise you're not going to know why, what, and what's going on. Beyond a Dark and Shore, which Jade put in my Patreon pot, I got to page 158 before I DNF this one. I just didn't care. I think the Celtic and Norse mythology in this and the combination of that is fascinating, and I was way more interested in that and honestly continuing on for as long as I did solely based on the mythology. But the rest of it I didn't care. I didn't care for the characters. I didn't really know what the plot of the story is other than to save the world, but I just did not care. I wasn't interested. I was only interested in the mythology in this. So I've made the decision to DNF this one, and it can now officially leave my library. At least I've tried it. And the other one is The Favourites by Lane Fargo. I'm going to do my best to try and keep this as rapid fire as I possibly can on my reasoning for DNFing this, because I went on about a 20-minute rant about this one in the vlog that I was filming and then cancelled because it wasn't going very well. So 174 pages I made it to this one. I thought this was going to be like some epic love story, like, you know, Daisy Jones and the Six and the Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo aren't necessarily epic love stories, but I thought it was going to be like an epic story like that. Like, it's got romance in it, it's an epic story, and it's just so interesting to read. Do you know what I mean? This is Magnolia Parks meets From Luke Off With Love, but From Luke Off With Love was so much better. This is so fucking toxic, it's not even funny. Every single character in this book is toxic and needs a slap across the face. And I think he's called Gareth, maybe Garrett, one of the younger lads. In this, a lot of people that don't like this book have said that the only character that they like is Garrett. I don't even know if I like him, because I don't know if I can trust him. I can't trust a single person in this book. They're all assholes, and they're all toxic as hell. And if I'd have known that going in, I might have liked this more. Like, I didn't hate Magnolia Parks. I actually enjoyed it because I went into it knowing it was toxic. I went into it knowing it was going to be like Gossip Girl. So, and I liked Gossip Girl, but I didn't know that about this. I thought this was going to be way more leaning on the edge of like Daisy Jones and the Six and Evelyn Hugo, etc., etc. I thought it was going to be like an epic story like that. It's not. It isn't. Everyone's an asshole in this book, and I have no patience for it. I don't care. I do not care where this story is going. And if at the end of it, the relationship that started is the relationship that ends this, honestly, this book would have gone through a window. Because why? For what reason? It's way too toxic. I can't. This isn't what I thought it was going to be. It's completely different. And in no way, shape or form does it mention in any of this that it's toxic. It doesn't mention that in the synopsis at all. I haven't seen a single person mention that this book is toxic, that the relationships in here are toxic. Not just the romantic ones, but the friendships are toxic. The whole thing, just toxic. And I didn't care for it. So it's going. I am thoroughly sad about this. I think the other problem as well was that I had this on a pedestal. I was reading it, I was picking it up as a 5-star prediction. And I'm just fuming about the whole situation. I'm so annoyed. I wish I'd known going in what this was going to be, because I might have enjoyed it more. But because I didn't, it's a little bit like when I picked up that monster romance for one of the episodes of Keep It or Eat It. I can't even remember the title of it anymore. And I didn't know that it was going to be smutty monster romance, so therefore it gave me the ick. If I know that going in, I'm fine. But if I don't, and it shocks me, it gives me the ick. I didn't know this was going to be toxic. I wish I did before I picked it up, but I didn't, and I'm really fucking sad about it. I'm actually fuming about the whole situation. I'm so fucking annoyed, because I've read another Lane Fargo earlier on this year and give it 5 stars. It's going to be in my top 10, I can guarantee it. But this, one of the most disappointing books of the year. I've got to be honest with you. How strange. Fuming, so it's leaving. I know it's a lot of people's favourites, and some people are going to be shocked about that situation. Nobody's more shocked than I am, let me tell you right now. I did DNF Arcana Academy by Elise Cover. Again, I picked this up thinking that I would probably enjoy it more than the other books that I'd been reading during the Keep It or Eat It episode. Got 201 pages in, I'm DNFing it. I've gotten quite a ways into a lot of these books that I'm DNFing. So if you want my reasons why, it's in Keep It or Eat It, episode 6. I DNF'd The Girl Who Fell Beneath the Sea by Axio. I didn't get too far into this one, actually. I think I maybe got a chapter or 2 into this one, but I DNF'd it. I wasn't having a good time. I did DNF Silver Nitrate by Silvery Moronao Garcia, first chapter in. Knew that I probably wasn't going to enjoy this one. And then I also DNF'd Long Live Evil, which I think I got a little ways into this one before DNFing it. Just wasn't enjoying the writing style or the characters as a whole, so DNF that one. So they can all go. And then this little stack here, I do have You'd Look Better as a Ghost by Joanna Wallace. I picked this up on a whim in the supermarket months ago, and I just don't know if I'm all that bothered about it. So I'm unhauling it. Did I say I DNF that one? I didn't. I'm unhauling it. I haven't read it. I'm also unhauling My Arc of Deadline by Steph McGovern. I was really excited about this one. I've actually DNF'd it and I've not spoken about it anywhere, but I started reading it, I think, while I was in Egypt, maybe, or before Egypt. 3rd of July. It would have been while I was in Egypt. I started the audiobook thinking that it would be a quicker way for me to get through it because it was on BookBeat. And this is basically a woman on a TV, she does like the news in the morning, TV presenter, and her radio gets hijacked and she's basically told that we've got your family and if you don't say as we say, we will kill them. So it's a hijacking situation, but also a kidnapping situation. And I got like a good chunk into this book. I don't know how far through I got through it, but I think maybe 100 pages in, it still hadn't happened. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? I was led down a garden path and it was not the right path. It wasn't what I was expecting at the end. And I was disappointed and I just wasn't having as good a time as I'd hoped because I really like Steph McGovern as well. So I was sad about it. I was really sad about the situation that was going on here and I wasn't having a good time. So I ended up DNFing this one and I'm going to unhaul The Arc. I'm also unhauling The Baby Dragon Cafe by A.T. Creasy. I had an arc of this one and I tried it. I kept it on my shelves thinking I would come back to it, but I just don't think I'm going to. I wasn't enjoying myself. So I'm unhauling it. I'm also unhauling my editions of Powerless, Reckless and Fearless. I had this conversation in the series audit video and I've made the decision to get rid of them. I have read Powerless, I gave it 4 stars, I quite enjoyed it, but I haven't continued on with the series and I've heard not great things about Reckless. I don't know if I've heard anything about Fearless. I kind of switched off. Once I heard not good things about Reckless, I switched off about the rest of the series. And then there's been another book come out since then that not a lot of people have enjoyed so far. So I just don't really care. These are the special editions and I'm going to get rid of them. It's a shame, but I'm unhauling them. And then I'm unhauling my Feralute editions of Cursebound and, Feybound and Cursebound. I have read Feybound. I didn't love it. I've got to be honest, I didn't have a particularly good time. But I did still get the Feralute edition of Cursebound to match because I was intending to read it. And then when I was going through the series audit, I was like, you know what? I actually don't think I care. So I'm just going to unhaul them and get rid. So both of these are going to go as well. I am sad about it because I really thought I was going to enjoy this one, but I just did not care at all. So I'm just unhauling the series. I'm DNFing the series and I'm unhauling them before I end up with any more. Just get gone and get them out of my library. So yeah, those are the 25 books that I hauled and the 22 books that I unhauled. I did look for like 3 more books that I could unhaul that would make up so that it was matching. Just for, you know, to make it matching, but I couldn't find. Oh, that's my video exporting. I couldn't find any, so it is what it is. But yeah, those are the hauls and the unhauls. The books are so scattered around now, I don't know which piles are hauls and unhauls, so this is going to take me a while to get these back on my shelves. At least this is definitely staying, not going to accidentally be unhauled. Shit, because it's back on its shelf. But yeah. So chat to me in the comments down below. Have you got any of these? Do you think I'm making any mistakes with my unhaul? Don't try and convince me to keep my DNFs because I'm not. They're definitely going. I don't think I can be convinced with this. This is definitely going because I didn't enjoy Feybound. And I don't think I can be convinced with this either, to be honest. A couple of people have tried in the comments of the series audit, but there's been more people that have said don't bother. So I think I'm just going to get rid. It is what it is. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Chat to me in the comments down below and I will see you in whatever comes next. Bye for now.